a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
Hello, friends. I'm Raye from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13.
And I'm Mott from Cabin 6. I think,
Woo.
although I might be mixing that up with the amount of minutes I slept last night. Who knows?
Oh!
Death.
Self-dig. Oh, and Mots, as we have already told the listeners, you are here because this is the Lin-Manuel episode.
Yeah, I don't know why you asked me specifically.
You've already been outed. We told everyone about your crimes.
I know. I listened to the all the episodes on the TV show episodes to
You're
prepare for this. So I'm aware.
You're aware. Everyone knows that you're just a dirty Hamilton fan for some reason.
Okay,
I don't know.
me too, though. Who doesn't like Hamilton? It's good. Sorry, everyone, for liking Hamilton.
I know. There's been like you know the resurgence of like but is Hamilton good or whatever? Like I feel like the haters have just like come out in the past like couple years.
Yeah, it's
silent.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I hear, and I'm just like I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
I don't know. People are mad about it for a lot of reasons, and sometimes I'm like, it's not that deep, guys.
Guys,
there have literally been musicals about the Founding Fathers before.
Does it need to be super historically accurate?
No.
Does it need to, like, it can make us, like, root for these people who were maybe not great people in history? Like, it's okay. They're fictionalized versions of them. Just don't get obsessed with the actual historical figures. How about that?
Yeah. Please don't, actually.
I have looked into the Hamilton fanfiction scene before. It's fucking wild up in there.
Oh, no.
I mean, like, I feel like that's even more because, like, the musical is already fan fiction, and then you're making fan fiction out of fan fiction. It's fan fiction-ception. Yeah. I don't know. There's so many layers. But the important thing is that Lynn is here, and Raye, you've won the bet. How much do I owe you?
Just your love and affection.
Nah.
Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be a sweet moment. I thought you were going to be like, oh, you already have that, bro. And I was going to be like, but no. No.
See, my problem is that I like to give my friends material goods so that they know that I care about them. And that is my love language, is finding things that remind me of my friends and then showing them physically that, hey, I'm thinking about you.
I'm the opposite.
You know?
I am a cheap bastard.
I'm more likely to buy things for other people than for myself. But when I don't have any money, then I don't buy anything.
When do you have money?
I used to. We cannot get into this. I'll get sad.
I think this is just going to be my favorite dig on you, is like, you don't have money. You're poor.
You
but
can't
I love you
say
anyway.
that when it's true.
Oh, God.
It's okay. It's okay. You're just a small, poor gay, and you're just living your life.
I'm fucking trying, my dude. What were we literally on about?
I don't know. This episode is not a musical, and we're all upset.
Yeah.
They did play I Ran by Flock of Seagulls. That song fucking slaps.
Oh, they also played the Dua Lipa? Is that her name?
I think so.
Yes.
But I don't know what the song's called either. It's the one that's like...
It's Mermaid Barbie. That's all I know. I
I
just want to keep calling her Mermaid Barbie because that's what I know her from.
Oh my god.
But like everyone was also obsessed with that song from Barbie, so like clearly she's good. It's her. Anyway, we took a zebra to Vegas. Did anyone see the zebra?
I have sent the screenshot that was in the like chat, and I was like, yeah, it looks like there's a zebra back there, maybe. They sure did not ride any fucking zebras in this episode.
Nope, they did not.
Like, thank you so much to Kenna for going through the episode and finding the zebra for us. But like, that is so small. Why? It should have been we took a camel to camel. I can't say words. Okay. Camel to Vegas. Because that's what you see, is you see a fucking camel, like, in the middle of the street.
I just don't understand why they just didn't put a zebra in the episode. Like, it would be so easy to just make a zebra more prominent.
Also, I'm not a fan of the erasure of, like, Poseidon and horses going on here. Like,
oh yeah, doesn't Percy like talk to the zebra like a little bit?
Yes, we've taken away.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Talk to horses because we're not talking to the zebra. It's cut out of the episode. And then in like episode 2, when he was claimed, we took away Lord of Horses from Poseidon or Father of Horses. Sorry,
how dare
from
they?
Poseidon. So like, what's up with this horse erasure? Like the anti-horse girl show.
Bring back horse daddy Poseidon.
2 Black Pegasus sightings at least. So I mean,
it's true. We saw
there's hope, but
we saw flying horses.
It is very awkward to portray like psychic thought talk in TV. It happens a lot less than in.
We've already done it with the monster.
I mean,
the monsters have done it. It's happened in the show. Also, he could just be,
man.
We also don't have to have it from a first person. We could just be like, Percy's like talking to it, and they're like staring at it. Like,
easy. He's like, that zebra seems to enjoy this hay. And they're like, how do you know that?
Grover's like, you can understand him too. Like, you know, we could have stuff going on there. But yeah. All right, let's talk about this fucking episode, my dudes.
Cool dream sequence.
Yeah. Okay. I have questions here. We've had like at least 3 Chronos dreams so far in the show. We've already established like the vibe, like what's happening, what Chronos looks like. Even if we haven't seen him up close, we've seen him from afar. Weird, creepy, cloaked dude in a weird, sandy place. Why are we now changing up the vibe and making him look like the principal?
It is Percy's principal from earlier in the show, right?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same exact office. I was like, oh yeah, it's the really terrible lighting where I couldn't tell that Rick was in the scene.
I like this. I know that you think it's weird. I think it works out for me because...
It does work, but I feel like we should have had, something like that earlier already. More than halfway through the show, I feel like it's a weird change.
Okay, I see what you're saying there. It doesn't bug me though. This dream has an entirely different context from the other ones. The other ones were very much like Chronos talking to Percy. In this one, he's eavesdropping. And so I don't know that I can quite articulate why it feels so different and why, like, the context of Percy, like, mapping this conversation that he's seeing onto something that he already understands makes sense to me, but it does.
Okay, what you're saying there, that also does make sense to me. But I feel like I almost would have swapped it. Like, before when Percy was, like, hearing Chronos in his dreams, I would have had Chronos appear as somebody else. Somebody Percy, like, already knows and trusts, maybe. And then here is where you start to see who it really could be, Yeah,
I see what you're saying with that. But I almost like the vibes of this better, It feels right to me in a way that I can't quite articulate.
Yeah. And it's not like they're trying to hide that this is also the same guy who's been talking to Percy in his dreams before.
I don't know. There's something about, like, the spoilers for Steven Universe, I guess. It's like in Jungle Moon, where they have that dream where Stevani is Pink Diamond and Connie's mom / Yellow Diamond are the same person in the dream. And, it feels like that, where, like, something is not quite right. It's... It's unsettling and has like this dream logic to me that I appreciate, and I think that it works for this scene.
I mean, the difference between that and this is that at the end of that dream, you do see Stevani in the reflection as Pink Diamond.
Mhm.
In this, you don't get to see like, oh yeah, that was Kronos. I mean, you hear him say the same things like little hero or whatever. He's still referring to Percy in the same way, so you know it's got to be the same guy. I don't know. My brain is just like, I feel like this is weird.
And it kind of is, and I get why you think it's weird. It does not bother me whatsoever. I like it, actually. And I don't have a good argument, but I like it.
I see your argument, and I understand it. Mods, do you have some Mods thoughts for us?
Mods thoughts?
Absolutely not.
None thoughts. Head empty.
No. Yeah, pretty much.
No thoughts until Lin-Manuel is on the scene.
I'm sure I have some thoughts, but yeah, no.
Alright.
I'm mostly just here for ambiance and just
You are. You're here to laugh at how stupid we are. Okay? We need someone else to laugh.
accurate.
It's fun how we get the implication of Luke in the dream, even though Percy doesn't know it's Luke, and then Luke shows up like a couple minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very cool. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I've connected the dots.
Wait. Okay. There's your connection, because Luke was also for some reason in Chiron's office.
Oh.
And the dream took place in the teacher's office. It wasn't Chiron, but Chiron was there also in that scene in the first episode with the principal.
Yeah, so if Luke is having a conversation in an office, I don't know. That could be connected somehow, but I don't. Yeah, weird.
I do also like that change. I think in the book, they just were like, Half-Blood Hill. And I'm like, you could get literally anyone on Half-Blood Hill. Like, why is this the option that you're choosing?
I guess I always assumed that the Iris message goes to, like, the most official person there. like if you call Half-Blood Hill, it, like, goes to Chiron automatically. It's like calling a business, and it goes to, like, the receptionist sitting at the phone.
But in the book, it didn't. It went directly to Luke, like, because he was there.
Yeah. It's always been weird.
I love that Annabeth is, like, so prepared and just has, like, a little thing so they can make a little rainbow. And then, like, Luke's there, confirmed Luke is gay, because he's a rainbow. He's rainbow
God
boy.
damn it. Please.
I support it.
There you go, Percy Jackson fandom. There's your MLM.
Oh, God.
Have you all heard the discourse? I've overheard discourse from people saying that, like, the newer Percy Jackson fans think that Percabeth is MLM erasure, and I'm like, I have no other context for you. That is the entire context.
Okay. That sounds like ship drama to me.
It sounds like some weird
people trying to moralize their own shipping preferences. Yeah,
it does. Also, the kids are like, Percy and Annabeth are related. They can't date.
Oh, you were not talking about multi-level marketing companies. When you said MLM, I was like...
Multi-level marketing? Sorry, Mods. It's the men-loving men.
Men-loving men, yeah.
I was even going to make a joke about that.
Yeah. As we all should, you know? Multi-level men.
Acronyms.
I fucking hate acronyms.
They do suck. They are the worst. Let's just all say all the words all the time.
I know. Never say PJO again.
Oh, God. Yeah, please. Honestly. Stop.
But yeah, I love the younger generation bringing up, like, really weird and stupid things. Like,
well, I mean, they're right about the incest.
This fandom is 20 years old. We've already established that it's weird, and we've moved on from it because the gods have no DNA.
Speaking of marrying your cousin.
It's all connected!
God damn it. Okay.
First, Annabeth gotta move to Alabama.
You know, they actually have really strict laws about that in Alabama because...
They do?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
'cause
sorry.
they're like, we
Oh,
have to
no.
fight this reputation.
Okay. You've done the research. What?
No, I don't.
Insanity.
I haven't. I just know that because it's like the one trivia tidbit that I remember. Because it's
Oh my
funny.
god. That's so
Oh my
good.
God.
I love that.
Then which states is it allowed?
I don't know. I'll look up. See, it used to
Everyone
be
says
more
Alabama.
restrictive before we got like the nationwide same-sex marriage.
Hmm.
Uh,
I just think it's so funny. All right. Well, do we not love Grover being like, these animals, they're so smart, they're so amazing, like, I love them, like, the only problem they were missing was thumbs, and here's we
Yeah.
got them.
Grover's a good boy this episode.
Yeah.
And then like the hard cut to like, oh yeah, they have a plan. They're really artists. And then they're just like in the streets.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
peak comedy here.
Okay,
Peak.
the conversation there is so funny when Percy's like, this seems dangerous. And he's like, what? No, I gave them the blessing of the wild. They'll be fine. And Percy's like, the people? And he's like, oh, right, them. Yeah, I got nothing.
Grover doesn't care about the humans.
Grover has priorities. And
Like,
I
honestly,
appreciate
there were
that.
there were several times in this episode where I was like, you know, I really relate to Grover, and this is one of them.
Good.
As you should. Oh, this show bringing out everybody's love for Grover. Like,
Yeah.
seriously? He's become the best.
Percy also had a good quip earlier with Luke when he's like, not to change the subject, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the Percybeth moment of
Yeah.
like when
Yes.
you turn into an old married couple. I love it. They are. They're an old married
We
couple.
also got the seaweed brain in this episode.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the last episode was our first seaweed brain,
Mm-hmm.
but we're just getting it. Like that's what she's calling him. That's his name.
It's been established now. It's very good.
And now he's calling her Wise Girl.
He
There we go. We did
They got
it. We got the nicknames. The only thing we're missing is Percy calling Grover G-Man, which I don't
know.
need.
I'm like, would Gen Z Percy call Grover G-Man? Do they think that's cool anymore?
I don't know.
Probably.
I think Grover's fine. We can just stick with Grover.
As long as it's not top G, I'm fine with it. Like anything.
The OG.
God.
Oh.
The goat. Just call him the goat.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I do like that better than top G.
All
for
the
sure.
young people listening, is G-Man cool? Or is that like not cool? Let us know.
Do young people listen to us? I feel like they don't.
They're not supposed to. This is rated explicit.
Oh, the youngin. Okay, well, we're here. We're at the Lotus Hotel and Casino. And hey, look, we're genre savvy. Honestly, I think that's what I'm just gonna call them. Like, Percy knowing all the myths and
Mhm.
immediately, like, saying things. I think it was actually Grover who said it this time. But, like, still, we are all, like, we know what is happening here. We're in the myths are being modernized. Hey, have you read the Odyssey? Yeah, I have, the graphic novel version.
That's so good. Me too, kid.
I wonder, has Percy also read the graphic novel version by Gareth Hines that we did?
It'd be fun. It'd be fun to know that.
I want to know. Writers of the TV show, what version did Percy read? That's all I need. Yeah, so like they immediately know that it's the Lotus Eaters. Like, don't eat anything.
Mhm.
Okay?
Okay.
We've entered the Fey realm. Don't
So
eat.
I would like to discuss the Lotus Hotel and Casino as an entity and how it works in the Percy Jackson universe, because this is the second adaptation. The first adaptation, there was in fact a physical little flower cookie that looked very
Mhm.
delicious that
did.
people
I
ate that made the thing happen. In this one, they explicitly tell us that the lotus like gas is being pumped in, and that you breathing it is what makes your brain go all wonky while you're in this place. In the books, there is no such thing. And I have never had an issue with that, and it's interesting to me that both adaptations have felt the need to like explain that.
I think, okay, so do I need to grab my copy of The Lightning Thief? Because I just, like, I haven't re-listened to when me and Taylor were talking about this way back in season 1 of the show, but I do remember us talking about that it was definitely a smell. Like, there was something in the air when they entered the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was more implied in the books.
Yes.
And here they're, like, explicitly stating...
They tell you. Okay. I would believe that. My understanding, though, and the way that I conceptualize the Lotus Hotel and Casino in the books, like, maybe there is, like, a cloying lotus scent in the air, but to me, the temptation of the luxury and the games that exist there is the thing that does the thing. You know, to me, you don't need anything else. You don't need, like, physical lotus flowers, because it's that the place itself is tempting. You know what I mean?
No, I'm there with you. I just want to see if I'm nuts. Like, I swear we did see something.
And I'd believe that. Like, that makes perfect sense to me that would have been in there.
They're nuts. Oh.
I mean, I am nuts, but that's unrelated.
We all are.
Okay, where can I find it? Yep, spilling out air conditioning that smelled like flowers. A lotus blossom, maybe. I'd never smelled one, so I wasn't sure.
Okay, so, like, presumably what they tell us here is, like, canon to the original story, but
yes, that
was never the important part to me.
Yeah.
Almost.
No, like, it's not like it was an important detail, and that's why in the book it was like, it's there for, like, if you know the stories.
Yeah.
But actually, they're children, so the temptation is video games.
I do very much appreciate that this Lotus Hotel has, like, an arcade and, like, feels like a fun place for children, really, as opposed to the movie version, which is just a casino.
Like, they had games, but, like, that wasn't the draw. Like, because they were still gambling. Even though I think that Percy was maybe supposed to be 16 or something. I don't know. Yeah. But they were gambling, like, full on.
Which never has ever appealed to me.
Same.
I live in South Dakota, like, fairly close to Deadwood, which is where half the gambling in the fucking country happens. I hate it there. I'm like, don't take me to Deadwood, guys. There's nothing to eat. I'm vegetarian. And then we'll just stand there forever, and while you guys do your gambling, and then, like, if I sit down, then a waitress will come by and ask me if I want a drink, and then I'm never sure if they're gonna charge me for it or not, and I guess that they don't, but I feel awkward. I hate gambling.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I hate gambling. I'm like, I'm so bored. We are wasting all of our money. It's not even fun. Like,
yeah, no, my parents and I. Ooh, yeah, Mads?
No, I was just gonna say, I'm already broke. I don't want to spend
no, literally.
Yeah.
I know the fucking statistics. I know that you don't make money gambling.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna waste my time looking at a screen and doing something that, like, is not going to actually be good for my time, I'll play video games. I'm gonna
play an actual video game. Yeah.
I will waste money paying for things like video games instead.
When I was younger, I always assumed that, like, gambling must actually be fun. Like, there must be, like, a gamified aspect to it. There's really not. Nope. Like, at least not slots. Slots, I kill. I hate them.
Yeah, my parents and I have been to, like, casinos because there's at least one or two local cons that have been, like, at, like, big places where there's a casino and there's, like, also a mall or whatever and a convention center, like, all those things together. I'm just like, okay, I've now I can say I've been to a casino. I'm bored now. I'm bored. Is there anything fun to do here?
Literally.
No.
Give me an actual arcade. Take me to fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
You know, that's what the drachmas are for. Taking you to Chuck E. Cheese. Didn't you know that's my full name? Charles Entertainment Cheese.
It could be. It could be.
You have no way of
what?
disproving that, okay?
You know what? It's not that hard to change your name in Massachusetts, apparently, so I can do it again.
Go for it.
Hello. Your last name is Cheese?
Hello,
Well, it's
Mr.
actually
Cheese.
mac and cheese. It's actually mac and cheese, but
I go from a Mac to a cheese.
Okay, you change your name to Charles Entertainment Cheese. You have a child. You name them Mac.
And their middle name is And.
I need this.
I can't right now. Okay. So Percy Jackson.
Yes. So Percy Jackson.
Okay. They've explained the things, and you know what the stupid thing they're doing right now is? They're gonna split the party.
Yeah.
What do you never do?
You never split the party.
You never fucking split the party!
I'm not going to be able to, you're probably not going to be able to read this, but somewhere in my notes, nope, okay. It says,
it's just a white screen.
Yeah. It says, let's split up. Hey, don't split the party, guys. I literally did write that.
They're splitting up and looking for clues, you know?
Bad call.
Grover, Grover is the Shaggy. What did he immediately do? He found the food.
Same though.
You are not wrong, man.
Tell me he's not.
This is another instance where I'm like, yep, I'm just Grover in this scene. Like,
okay.
No, me too.
Literally, like it was it was episode 5 when Percy's like, that was the last episode. Percy was like, we need to be detectives about this. And my brain was like, okay, so who are they in Mystery Incorporated? And Grover's obviously Shaggy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that Annabeth has to be Velma. So is Percy Daphne or Fred? Because I think he might be Daphne.
That's what I was about to say, honestly.
He keeps getting into these traps. It's Daphne.
Okay, then who would be Fred and who would be Scooby?
I mean, Grover is just like Shaggy and Scooby, like combined, like just the food,
yeah, fair.
The food and the animal, like together. And I mean, if you want to say that, like, if Annabeth's calling herself the leader, then I guess she's also Fred. So
yeah, that's valid for her.
I mean, the himbo aspect goes to Percy, though.
I was literally like, who has Fred energy? And my brain was like, Jason. So
spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't read any more past Percy Jackson, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. That's a name. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. Jason of the Argonauts, you know? That's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
He also sucks, though. So that's not a himbo. Okay, well, so we gotta talk about Grover immediately finding this satyr man who is not God, what's his name? I can't think of names now!
Oh god.
Oh my god! But it's not Luke Skywalker.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it's not Mark Hamill.
He does look a little bit like him.
I think that's the funniest thing. Like, I was talking to multiple people about this, and people were like, is that Mark Hamill? It's like, it's not, actually. I even found, like, an article about people thinking that it's Mark Hamill, but it's not Mark Hamill.
God.
Oh my god, no.
This poor actor, cursed to look like Mark Hamill.
I think that's now what he has to do, is him and Mark Hamill need to, like, play twins or something. That's it.
Parent Trap remake, but it's Mark Hamill and that dude.
Featuring 2 old men. No, we gotta trap our parents into marrying their parents. Skeletons in the corner.
Actually starts off with them or like a significant plot point in the movie is just gonna be them trying to rob a grave.
God.
Oh my god. So
this is another element of Grover's story and stuff being expanded, Grover's family being expanded, which I think is very interesting. What I wanted to say about that is that in the books, I never particularly felt that Grover's story was being, like, neglected, but I can see how, like, wanting to make him a more prominent part of the trio, that this is how you would do it. You know what I mean?
You add to his ambition and, like, what his whole life he wants to do.
Because mostly Grover's life ambition comes through in a few conversations in the books, I feel. And while I think that that's powerful and it works perfectly for literature, like, tying him further into plot and, like, giving him more to do and more backstory works very well for screen.
Yeah, and then, like, this gets to be the temptation for him. It's not just the, like, hey, I want to play video games, or hey, I want to go gamble, or whatever. Like, he's like, no, this is what I've waited my whole life for. Like, I'm gonna go find Pan. And that's how he gets lost. And, like, I love that.
Yeah.
So this man is Augustus. He knew Ferdinand. We're expanding on Ferdinand.
We have been, yeah, very interesting.
He's not just, like, some dude. Like, in the books and in the one movie, he's just some dude who got killed. And now it's like, hey, no, he was, like, an inspiration to me. And this guy, he was the inspiration for Ferdinand. Like, my heart. And so, he goes off with this man who's eating some nacho chips, not lotus flowers. The fact that he looks down, he's like, I'm not eating lotus flowers, am I? No, you're actually eating nacho chips. It's okay, sir. But
is this where we talk about the Easter egg?
Oh yes it is. Because at, like, the 12-minute mark, I did not hear it in the episode. I had to find someone else, like, playing it on YouTube and putting, like, the little... I know there's a meme that makes this a joke, but I can't hear without the subtitles. I'm sorry, I can't.
Same, honestly, though.
Like having the subtitles for, like, those little, like, screams of a small child in the background actually helps me notice them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives you the timing. It lets you latch on to when it's supposed to be. Yeah. No, you're literally right. Sometimes you can't hear without the subtitles. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, what you can hear in the very quiet background of a scene is a small child yelling, Bianca! Bianca! a couple of times.
And
so
I
Nico
love
and Bianca
it.
Confirmed.
Small child is here.
Unless someone is lying and it's actually just fake.
I mean, I heard people talking about it before I found this YouTube video. Okay, I did.
I hope that's...
I haven't scrubbed
right.
through the episode to, like, find it myself, but I have seen, like, the clip.
I did also see I think the Mythomagic accounts are run by Becky, actually. So I did see a post by that account saying that, like, there was a reference to Nico and Bianca and that she missed it. So it was there. It did exist. It did in fact happen. All right. So, you know what's interesting here? We're developing Luke and Luke stuff 4 books early.
I know, my God. Like, honestly, it always should have been like this, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad that we're getting it.
I was complaining about it when we were covering, like, the things.
Not that I think
Luke.
it doesn't work in the books, but, you
like,
know.
No, it's
having it all laid out and, like, being able to seed it as early as you can, it works.
Yeah, then it's like we know things. It's not like it was added on later. Like, hey, we need to make this character sympathetic. Like, we need to explain what his background is. Like, no, it's here. It's always been here. Like, this is a reason why he would maybe want to destroy the world just a little bit. Some shit happened to his mom
for the last episode. This Luke actor is so charming, and I just want to see how he plays a villain and, like, how the show is going to play Luke as a villain, because I feel like he might be slightly more sympathetic in this version. Not that he's not sympathetic to me in the books, but he acts like a real ass.
He does.
And I've seen some little bits and things about people who've gotten screeners.
Oh?
And the last 2 episodes, they were like,
Oh my God.
Good shit. So I'm excited. I couldn't be more excited. You know me. Alright, so also, I just want to know, do you think that Augustus found Pan?
No, he was talking about VR. That's what I got out of it. Maybe he came to Vegas because he could feel that Pan was close, and then he got stuck here.
New Mexico isn't that far away.
Yes, you are correct about that. But I don't think that he has made it any closer than to Las Vegas.
So I'm just gonna let you know, like, a little theory that I heard somebody else had. This is not my original, but, like, maybe he did find Pan and found that Pan was dying.
And got so upset that he, like, basically became an alcoholic, but for lotus flowers.
Like, ran away and was sad.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no.
That's
a fan
sad.
fiction that I could write, that I could, like, get into, but...
Oh no.
I don't know. But I want to know how he got into it. How he, quote unquote, found Pan in this casino anyway.
My understanding was that he was talking about the VR that he led Grover to that made him, play the Search for Pan game.
Yeah. All right. Well, here he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
The legend.
He's just wearing a hoodie. Like, this is my biggest complaint about this episode. The costume department, it does so much for everything else. Give Lynn something here, please. Why does he just look like Lin-Manuel Miranda? Why doesn't
he is?
He is. It's true. But why can't you, like, I don't know, like, make him look like he works at the casino, make him look like he was a mailman who got lost, like, give me some Hermes action. Put him in a tracksuit.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't look like Hermes to me.
Yeah. Like, in the books, Hermes is a businessman. That's kind of his vibe. Put him in a suit. Something.
Hermes always has a costume in the books. Always has something. First time it's a tracksuit. Second time, I think it's either a tracksuit again, or he's, like, got the Hermes Express outfit on. And then the most recent time it's been, he was in a suit. Like, he was a businessman. So, like, give him something.
Unless this is a costume. Or
he's a dad who's given up. That's a costume.
Honestly, I can see it.
I'm sure that they're going for some kind of vibe, but I kind of agree with your complaint there. I kind of wish that they'd gone for something a little bit more.
Yeah. The only, like, costuming thing that works for me is the fact that he has a watch. So, like, he can look at the watch and be like, Percy, like, I don't know. Doesn't really matter right now.
You know what literally just occurred to me? Where the fuck are George and Martha?
The keys. His keys is actually his caduceus, because it has a little charm on it.
Okay.
But otherwise, I am like you. I'm also like, where the fuck are George and Martha?
George and Martha
good
Raye.
thing about the second movie is we got Dionysus being good Dionysus, and we fucking got George and Martha in the movie. Okay? Where's George and Martha? Sam is angry. Sam is here and he's angry. You know it. Alright, so this conversation about Hermes and Luke, where he's like, yeah, I just don't try anymore because he keeps hurting the people that he cares about. Because of weird shit and seeing the future and prophecies and
And then the little tidbit that Poseidon gave him the instructions to keep out of it, because sometimes as a parent the best thing you can do is keep out of it and watch your children struggle. What are you talking about, sir?
Poseidon? The fuck? We already know Poseidon's not a good dad.
No, yeah.
I'm still anti-Poseidon. Forever I will be anti-Poseidon.
Yeah.
I like book Poseidon.
He's still the best Poseidon that I've seen in any adaptation. But that's not saying much. Because Poseidon is still one of the worst gods. Just saying.
Yeah, it's not. He doesn't
He
seem
does
like
it just
a cool
as much as
dude.
Zeus.
Does not seem like a cool dude.
No.
So yeah,
cool dude.
we're getting more of like exploring very much what are the themes of the show, which is about like parenting and families and like dealing with that more explicitly than the books tend to. And also getting some Luke establishment. Yeah, it's So, like, all of this is, like, show original content, and it is very, very interesting what they are deciding to add here.
Yeah, I do think it did make sense here to add in Hermes somewhere to be like, hey, like, again, giving some more background about Luke, explaining why. I was like, are we gonna have him in, like, a flashback? Are we gonna get those flashbacks now to explain some shit? But instead we get to talk to him, which is also good. Mm-hmm. I do, in fact, really enjoy this.
Yeah, what the show focuses on is giving us more perspectives on this entire godly family and on parenting in general. And I think that that's a really interesting, like, route that they've taken.
Yeah, and now just thinking back to, like, Hephaestus and how he doesn't want to be like the other ones. I can't wait for, like, next season. I'm hoping we get Beckendorf then, because he's in the books.
I would
in
love
next
to
season.
get more Beckendorf.
And I'm just like, how Beckendorf and Hephaestus. That is what my love is going towards, is Beckendorf and Hephaestus. Okay? I mean, he's the best character, and so far his dad is the best god. Yeah.
I was trying to, like, formulate a thought about, like, how it almost feels like everyone is wrapped up in this system that hurts them that no one particularly likes anyways. Like, it feels like most of the gods in this show would like to be better parents and they feel like they can't. And it's because of, like, these standards that they've set up. I don't know. I'm wondering if we're going to explore that more.
I mean, it's true that, like, Ares kind of did explain some things in the last episode. Like, hey, you know, my grandpa Kronos did all this, like, stupid shit. He was not a good dad. So, like, you know what this is?
Yeah.
It's generational trauma. We
just
don't
like
know
Disney
how to
has been doing
cycle.
for years. More generational trauma.
You know what? That's the real reason why Disney picked up
Percy
Jackson. They were like, you know what? Our recent villains have always been generational trauma. So what? We're bringing that back around. Percy Jackson.
Kronos up in this bitch.
Percy Jackson generational trauma.
Oh dear.
That's all it is. But then Annabeth just straight up just ask, are you gonna help us or not? And when he says no, she walks away. And I did, in my rewatch, notice that she does take the hat out of her pocket.
Nice.
And she's walking away. So it's not like it's not hinted at.
We didn't talk about the moment where where he, like, gives Percy a flashback and then, like, tries to reach out for Annabeth, and then she, like, jerks back and she's like, I remember fine. Like, oh my god, my girl.
Like a moment when, like, you did something that hurt somebody you loved. Like, okay, we don't even know what's happening to Percy in that scene. We just saw small Percy in a car, and somehow whatever that is hurts Sally. That's what we know. Because that's the only person he cares about. So, and then what did Annabeth do? It's okay. Like, is there something that we know about her backstory already that we can think of that it could have been? Because, like,
Annabeth blames herself for Talia getting caught because she got tricked by the Cyclops, which, like, lost them time while running. So it could be something to do with all that mess. But it could also be, like, her dad and, like, not feeling like she belonged at home anymore. Like, there's so much it could be that it's upsetting.
Honestly, my brain wasn't even thinking about Thalia because I was like, oh, is it gonna be, are we going as far back as, like, stuff with her dad and why she ran away? Or is it stuff about, like, it could also be with the Cyclops. There's so much! Annabeth is traumatized, okay? Traumatized child.
She's too small for so much trauma in her little body.
We stand traumatized children.
That is what we're doing reading Percy Jackson.
I don't think we should necessarily stand the traumatized children.
But we do, though.
The traumatized adults that they become is the thing. We don't stand trauma, but we stand the people who have trauma and they need a hug. We give them hugs. That's how we stand.
The people the children become because of said trauma.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
Yeah. Well, so Percy finally figures out that even seconds in the casino are like minutes outside or hours outside, and like so long has passed.
The solstice has already fucking passed. The fuck?
Like
Adaptational changes, huh?
Yes, so many changes. Okay, how do we feel about the fact that that's not even here anymore? We don't even have the deadline. I want to know why this ADHD child even cares anymore. He doesn't have a deadline anymore.
Big mood.
No.
Oh yeah. Well, in that case, I'll just like go play this casino game for a few minutes.
I mean, you know what? Like, why not?
I do really wonder how they're going to handle that for the next couple of episodes, because the implication there is that the war is like starting, which is very bad.
Yeah, my question is going to be about who we're going to see on Mount Olympus. Like, are we still just seeing? I mean, we only have like Zeus and Poseidon cast, so are we? What is Percy walking into?
I don't know. It's gonna be bizarre.
Ross,
I'm wondering,
do you have a thought
like,
there?
if like that
I have
like
no
scene
thoughts.
that you're talking about at the end of the book even is going to happen in the same kind of context. You know, it's like this choice could be so impactful that like we're not gonna recognize most anything from the next couple episodes.
Yeah, because like last episode is where they really started to change shit, and it's not bad things, but it's like, ooh, what now?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What's gonna happen?
So I'm wondering if this is a plot choice that's going to like significantly affect what goes on, or if this is just a raising of the stakes to make things feel more exciting for people who are familiar with the books. Or if it's just a raising of the stakes in general. Maybe they just thought that this was better. I really don't know how they're gonna handle this.
Yeah, but we're still in the casino, and Annabeth thinks they still have time before the solstice. And yeah, they've explained things, and now they gotta go find Grover. Just playing VR.
He's busy.
First, they attack an old man. Percy committing assault. We love it.
Remember when we were like, what the fuck is happening during the trailers?
Yeah, you did catch that it was a satyr. I did not catch that it was a satyr, like, from the trailers. God, why does Percy keep wrestling with old men? He needs to stop that.
He will never stop. Can't wait for the old man of the sea wrestling.
It's unnecessary.
Sometimes you just gotta wrestle an old guy. That's what happens in every myth.
I mean, yes. Canonically, yes. Percy, you gotta start
Biblically,
just, like,
yes. You wrestle an old man.
biblically. Don't say that they were biblically. Don't say that.
God damn it! No!
Why are you like this?
I was talking about when the guy in the Bible wrestled God, okay? Sorry!
No. My brain was not there. My brain was like, biblically? No. What are you talking about?
Because canon actually refers to biblical canon. It's like a whole thing. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I know.
That's why my brain, I made a jump. Okay, whatever.
We made different jumps, okay? Okay, Percy needs to just start hugging some old men instead of wrestling them. I think that's the
That
next
sounds
step.
worse. Okay, moving on.
Oh,
They just need a nice hug to be like, it's okay.
I feel like a lot of people in this series and this show need to hug people.
Yeah, everyone needs a hug.
Yeah, including me.
Mots needs a hug.
Hug for Mots.
Hug. I have hugged the computer. There we go.
Yeah, hug break.
Everyone needs a hug.
All right.
Sometimes.
So Grover doesn't remember them whatsoever. He has no idea what's going on other than Pan.
My poor boy. He's doing I don't know. Memory wiped Grover is a charming little lad.
Small boy. Even though
He's like,
24.
oh, okay, I have no idea what's going on, but you're my friend, so okay, I will follow you. I
trust you. Okay.
I don't
know who you are,
remember
but I
the
trust you.
line. I don't remember the line where he's like, I still don't really know what's going on, so I'm not adding any input. Maybe it was like driving the car where he was like, I don't think I'm qualified.
Annabeth, okay, so they find the car. Hermes knew that Annabeth, like, I didn't even mention that she stole the keys, but she stole his keys. So, he knew. Obviously, he's the god of fucking thieves. He knows. But still, Annabeth Rogue confirmed. She is a rogue, okay?
Oh.
Acceptable.
You cannot convince me otherwise.
You're right.
Alright, so Percy and Annabeth are like, we gotta drive the car, that's all we gotta do. They both look at Grover, and he's like, I don't know what's going on. Don't look at me. Grover, you're 24. You're technically the oldest here. Legally. Maybe you could drive the car?
This entire sequence is so fucking stressful. I have nightmares about shit like this. Like, stress. I don't have normal nightmares. Like, I don't, like, ever wake up screaming or whatever. I just have stress dreams. And my god, one of the most stressful things in the world is driving in a fucking parking garage. I hate them.
Seriously, I was like, okay, this is my favorite set so far. It's just a fucking parking garage, and it's so accurate because I'm terrified to be in here.
Oh
It feels like the walls
literally.
are closing in, even though it's a big empty space. You know, that's just how it feels. And okay, I think this must also still be part of the hotel and casino or whatever. This is still part of it because Grover can't remember shit still.
That a lot of these bigger, like, hotel and casinos will have, like, attached, like, bespoke parking garages.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm just like, so he still can't remember things, so it's still gotta be part of it, and that's why time is still going by, and they gotta hurry, they gotta keep going, but Percy's driving this fucking car.
It's
Percy
so
driving.
stressful. My god.
Paul will never trust you with his car. Never. I would never trust Walker Percy with a car. Anyway, the entire scene that I just watched it and I was like, Percy, you don't know where the reverse is?
Would you? I wouldn't.
Yes. As a 12-year-old, I knew the
I don't know the fucking Prindle.
I knew the Prindle. Did you not know the Brindle?
No! Like,
I
you
watched
see people
Sweet Life
doing
of
things,
Zack and
I wouldn't
Cody.
know what to do. I'd be like,
Raye, I watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I knew the Prindle. I knew it. So I was just screaming at Percy the entire time. I'm just like, the Prindle! Learn the Prindle! You should know it! Anyway, they literally... I was so stressed, especially by the fact that I almost got hit by a car.
Oh my god. Sorry. Pulling out of parking garages also sucks.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, a place with a lot of traffic. Sorry. I hate driving so much.
Percy drove, like, right through the thing that lets you out of the parking garage.
Oh,
Like, no, I'm not dealing with
oh
this.
my god.
And, like, I understand that. You probably would do that because you're trying to escape and it's gonna make you pay money. We don't have time.
Yeah, what
for
are you
this.
supposed to do? Yeah, we don't have
We
time
didn't
for
get
this.
we didn't get our Lotus Hotel cards that give us infinite money. We don't have time. So they just gotta, like, drive onto the street, and then they'll immediately be travelers and get transported. And they do, right as I'm like, oh my god, Annabeth's gonna get hit by a car. No. They're fine. They're on a beach. It's night. They're on a beach. Grover remembers shit. They're okay. They're in Santa Monica.
Fascinating that the car appears to teleport them, because that is not what would happen in the books. Like, they would just, like, go so fast. But, like, the kind of implication is that the car just goes so fast that it feels like teleporting. The car is just so fast that you can't even.
I mean, I think it's different because what you're thinking of is, like, the Grey Sisters cab. And the Grey Sisters cab is, like, different from Hermes. Because, remember, he's the god of travelers. Like, literally, I feel like he can just transport you. He's the god of teleportation, you know?
Canonically. Not canonically. We have established in the book that we were reading just recently that the gods do not teleport. It is extremely quick flight.
Yeah, but they wouldn't feel it. It's flight. It's just like zoom.
Yeah, they just zoom. They just go so fast that it doesn't, like, do it.
I figured from the whole, like, it's air travel thing is just that, like, teleportation is air magic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, which technically means that it is not teleportation, as in, like, a science fiction sense. It is air magic that moves you so fast that it is not able to perceive anything around you.
But this isn't sci-fi.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's not sci-fi teleportation. I'm saying that the air magic does not teleport you from one place to another. I'm saying that you have to be physically moved, even if it's so fast that you can't perceive it.
They might also be like scrubbing the whole like air travel thing. Because
I mean, probably that's just like
stuff.
a silly detail, just
I
to
mean,
like
he's
make
also,
certain stuff work.
He's not necessarily the god of doorways, but he's the god of
I'm just saying,
going from
in my
places.
Percy Jackson universe that lives in my brain, there is no teleportation, and this cab just moved
Not for
very fast.
you. You know what? You know what I want to know is if in the last episode when Luke leaves, he's gonna do that weird shit he did in the book that was never explained, where he just like used his sword and made a little portal for himself.
Oh yeah.
I'm still forever confused about that. And it's never been explained how that happened. I know it was a magic sword, but like it doesn't ever do that again.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Just cuts the air, jumps into a portal. Goodbye.
Yeah.
That's why they had the weird teleporting orbs in the movie, I guess.
Movies are great.
We shouldn't talk about the movies, but we do.
If we're rewriting Percy Jackson and we're like establishing like, that doesn't work. Because I was like, if Luke needs to leave the camp suddenly without anyone noticing him, and we have never established in any other case that he can teleport, then what makes sense is for him to take the labyrinth out. But if he doesn't know if he already knows where the labyrinth entrance is, then that doesn't work for the 4th season. So I don't know.
No, it does. No, I think it does. Because they need to know how to get into camp.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was their whole goal in the 4th book, is try to get into camp, not to get out of camp. So
okay. So Luke knows where the labyrinth entrance is in the camp, but he doesn't know how to navigate through the labyrinth. And so he can like get in there for a quick escape, but it's incredibly dangerous and he can't find his way back.
Yeah. So what you're saying, I think he can use the labyrinth to get out.
That would make if they do that.
I think I would love that if they used it.
That's my new bet.
New bet. All right. So Percy goes underwater. And guess what? This is I had like 2 memes already set up for Robert for this episode. The Prindle thing, and then this, where my brain is just like it's the Janet meme of like, are we gonna see Poseidon yet? Are you gonna see Poseidon, or is it gonna be the narrate? Is it gonna be Poseidon or the narrate again? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's definitely gonna be Poseidon this time. I'm sure. I have it behind my back. It's gonna be Poseidon. It's the narrate. It's the Janet meme. Like, because I thought maybe it could happen.
Yeah, no.
Because they've changed so much. I was like, it could happen.
I didn't think it was going to be. I was like, no, they're not going to give that to Percy. Not this soon. We have to wait. We have to be disappointed in him. But, like, tying that to the fact that it's past the deadline, that works.
Yeah, it's just why I hate Poseidon more. Just keeps adding on. All right, so we see a pretty narrated lady who doesn't look like Sally.
Tisk tisk.
So rude. But he's been released from his quest. What do we think about this? He has been released.
So that means that next episode Percy's gonna have to deal with that emotionally, and that is very, very interesting. Where's that fit into like a hero's journey? Because Percy refused the call, got a slightly different call that he liked better, and then got interested in the call, and now he's been released from the call. And then he has to, like, find his own motivation to go do it anyways.
And now he's just like, no, I'm gonna go do it. Because, I mean, he's gonna go to the underworld anyway, because he's gonna go get Sally. Mm-hmm, he's gotta go to the underworld and get Sally. No matter what, he's still gonna at least finish that part of it. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, this is also just like, Percy does things because they're right and good. Like, Percy is our hero. He doesn't need to necessarily have a reason other than, like, it's the right thing to do. I don't really want the world to end.
And, that could be why they're doing it this way, is to show us that. Because Percy has been, like, vaguely reluctant about this quest since it was given to him. And, like, if like there's disasters happening around the nation because the gods are at war and Percy's like, I have to do anything I can do to stop this, That could be where we go next episode.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now we talk about the thing that I was screaming out about for 10 minutes after I watched the episode the first time.
Oh boy.
4 pearls.
4 pearls. Okay. Remind me why this is a big deal.
This is a big deal because Percy only gets 3 pearls in the book and in the movie because he's not supposed to be able to save Sally.
Yes.
It's the prophecy. He literally cannot save Sally. And that is the whole point. So if he has 4 pearls, either he's somehow going to save Sally or he's going to lose a pearl. And I understand why it makes sense for this change in the fact that Poseidon also wants Percy to save Sally. Poseidon actually does care about Sally. That is the motivation we're putting here. But he can't do it. He can't save her.
Yeah, some disaster is going to strike. It almost has to, given the prophecy.
I'm unsure what's happening here. So
I cannot wait.
Me neither. I'm very excited because I guess we're probably going to see the results of that next episode. So like, holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see what our preview is for the next episode.
I don't know that I've watched the preview yet.
All right, so we are going to Krusty's.
What?
Yeah.
Holy
we
fuck!
are.
You serious?
Yeah.
Krusty's for me?
Percy enters a place, and if you look at the
forgot about
writing
this.
backwards, it says Krusty's Waterbed
Krusty-
Palace.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I forgot about this.
We're going to Krusty's, guys.
I had
We're gonna see
absolutely
Percy
no.
murder a man. We're gonna see it. He's probably
They
gonna
can't.
dissolve though, because
What are they gonna do? He can't cut a man's head off. I mean, I guess he already cut a woman's head off, but like,
I want to know. What are we gonna do, Rick? Are we going to like adapt your version of him where he's a monster, or are we gonna be like, hey, that's just a son of Poseidon?
oh,
What are we gonna do?
Oh, that feels like an angle they could definitely take.
Because that could
Oh
be
my god, that's
interesting.
literally it. You're so
That's-
smart. Holy shit.
I mean, that's all it is in mythology. He's just some dude that Theseus kills because he's been murdering people. But he's just a son of Poseidon. That's all he is. And in Rick, in the book, he's like, I guess maybe he's a monster or something. I don't know. Percy cuts the head off. We never get anything about him disintegrating.
Yeah. So, like, I was always kind of assuming that he was just an immortal demigod like that guy who works at the ranch.
He could be. We can't discount that. On the Riordan wiki, it said he was like a giant for some reason, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
He is established to be very tall. That could be, like, where the book kind of lands.
Also, we never got a casting for Krusty, so I just think it's funny that they do have Krusties in here.
Maybe it's just a cameo. Like, maybe they just walk in there and there's not even anybody there. Like, but we've had a whole thing about adding in characters and like talking about the relationships to this family, and
it would be interesting if we had a son of Poseidon to talk to Percy right after he was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this quest anyway, even though Poseidon freed me from it.
What if Lynn plays a second character and we get a musical episode?
I can't believe he didn't even hum anything this episode. Fucked up.
I know.
Crime.
Crime.
We have Lynn. We also have like Arian who can sing, and we literally have the writer for the Lightning Thief musical working on this show. Why do we not have a fucking musical episode? We have to get one at some point.
It has to happen at some point. God.
They renew the show and get us a musical episode. That's what I'm asking for.
God.
Demanding, more like.
I demand it. I'm demanding it. Oh my god, wait. Cersei. Cersei can be a bard and have some musical magic going on. I think it would work. That's me putting things out into the ether for what should happen next season.
I don't care how they do it as long as they do it.
I mean,
Actually,
I don't care.
I take that back, because then we're gonna end up with, like the fucking Riverdale musical episodes, and those are something else.
Okay. They were putting on musicals at their school, and then they were like singing the songs as they were going through their lives, and it was very weird.
And they keep doing it every season, and it just somehow incredibly finds a way, like, for each episode to get worse than the last.
No, what you do is you do something
Riverdale.
like Buffy,
Show.
where it's like the monster that you're trying to fight causes you to sing. That's what
Honestly,
you do.
Honestly, that's beautiful. I love that.
Listen. If you watch anything of Buffy, watch the musical episode. It's not the greatest of singing, but the way that they thread actually making it a musical episode, people are spilling out their secrets through song. And it's gonna be my plug for the episode now.
I don't know if you know about this, but I guess it was popular on TikTok for a while. I don't go on TikTok, but people I know do. There's a musical episode of Harvey Danger, the superhero Disney Channel show, and apparently Henry slaps. Henry Danger, thank you, sorry.
I've seen random snippets of the show, I should say, because I've watched Disney Channel and whatever.
I consider sitting down and watching only the musical episode because apparently it's very good.
Nickelodeon.
I wonder how many shows have done musical episodes during the run, because I feel like there could be a podcast.
No, it's Nickelodeon. It's Nickelodeon.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like someone could do a podcast about random one-off musical episodes in TV shows.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
There's one in Transformers Rescue Bots.
This is amazing. Okay. New podcast that needs to be put into the ether. I'm manifesting, just covering musical episodes of shows. It'd
be really funny. It'd be really funny. It would.
Has there been a musical episode of Doctor Who?
Has there been a musical episode of Supernatural? Because that feels like some shit they would do. They did Scooby-Doo crossover.
They did. It was. You know what? It's the only Supernatural episode I've seen, and it wasn't.
Oh,
bad.
Really? That's really funny. I watched season 1 once. It was
the only bad parts were what's his name? Dean hitting on Velma.
Oh God,
I wasn't a fan of that.
Oh dear.
Oh, Supernatural the musical.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yes.
I'm upset. I don't need to know about this. 200th episode fan fiction.
Oh God.
There's a lot. Okay.
I can't.
I have not watched very much of Supernatural. I know so much shit about Supernatural. There's some girl in Supernatural who has written the story of Supernatural because she's psychic or something. And also she writes them
went to a
as
different
dating.
universe or something. I thought it was an alternate universe. Maybe I've never seen it. I don't know. I know Supernatural things through osmosis.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't need to know anything because there was a character named Charlie who was a redhead. She was gay. She died. Don't need to know anything else.
Yeah, that's all the information.
Don't need to know anything else. They've killed me off. Don't need to know about it.
It was getting better and better and better, and then
I don't need it. I'm good. They killed me off in the show without even knowing me.
Supernatural is one of those shows that's so misogynistic that it rolls back around to homosexual.
Oh, I love that.
And it wasn't written by Joss Whedon?
Not British enough.
Okay. We were talking about the Percy
Yes.
for next episode.
We should probably wrap this up.
This is so fun. Okay, so we're getting crusty. And you know what? Raye? Remember when I said the sand was the underworld? It fucking is!
Hell yeah!
I just slammed my desk.
Yeah, I saw you do that shit.
It is the underworld. It's gonna be where we go to Tartarus. I guarantee the sandy part of it is Tartarus. And the woods part of it is probably Asphodel. So, we got that. We got Cerberus. We got Percy has a ball, and there's Cerberus.
Good.
We got Grover going into the pit, almost.
Oh shit.
Because of the shoes. We got that.
Hell yeah.
I think I saw them climbing something. And then the weird people that I assume they're like dead people. I'm still confused by that.
It's a stylistic choice.
It is.
I'm excited to see how it works in show.
And then them going to Hades' palace. It's big and it's obsidian, and then they're on the beach, and then it's Ares. So much fucking stuff is gonna happen in one episode.
My God, it sure is. Holy shit!
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
How long
wanna
is this
know.
fucking episode gonna be? We have so much shit to cover.
In before, it's like the shortest episode so far, and it's just insanely paced. It's like 18 minutes.
No!
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, my dudes? How are we gonna do this? I'm so excited and I'm scared. Okay. Mods.
Yeah.
Do you have anywhere you'd like people to find you on the internet? Who are you? Why are you here?
I mean...
Explain to us your existence on this plane.
I mean, I like to think I'm here because I'm, a friend and...
Yeah, Mott's needs no justification.
I mean, truth be told, Mott's is here because Mott's is the most wonderful person. We love him so much. He deserves every hug in the world.
you're too
how
nice,
dare you live in
honestly.
fucking Norway?
Oh, God. I was literally talking to Tina, yesterday about, visiting Richmond, so hopefully that
If
can
it
happen soon.
happens, that means that I
really
have
hope
to go to Richmond because,
You have to... I hope
you're
that
not
happens
allowed.
soon.
You're not allowed to come here and me not see you.
I know. I do not want to.
Just don't leave. Just don't leave.
Just stay forever.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Someday the entire podcast network is just all gonna move to Richmond.
I think we're all just
Honestly-
gonna move there. We're gonna find some old decrepit mansion and we're all gonna live together.
Aww.
Oh, it's the new hype house. No. Oh my
God.
I was supposed to tell people where they could find me on the internet.
If you care.
I don't really. You can. I'm on most social thingies at m.fur.
You're on
That's
Hive?
MDOTFUR. I am on Hive. I have not posted anything on there. Or
Does anyone post on Hive?
I have not thought about, legitimately, I have not thought about Hive since we made that joke the last time I was on the show.
I know, that's the point. That's what we do, is we joke, be like, you're everywhere on social media. Remember when we thought we were going to move to Hive? Remember when we thought that was going to be the new Twitter?
God.
But yeah, you can find me on the social thingies if you want. I don't really care. I don't really post on almost any of them ever at this point, so you don't have to.
But you can find the archived Hamilton every day for a year.
Yeah, if you want to go
on Mott's
if
Twitter.
you want to go to Twitter, yeah, you can do that if you want.
Motts, are you familiar with the worst idea of all time?
Yes, yes, I am.
You could have made a podcast.
Honestly,
Is all I'm saying.
Honestly, I fucking should have. I need to start monetizing my hobbies for real.
I was gonna say, it feels like Till Death Do Us Blurred, but it's just Hamilton every day.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
an entire
exactly.
year.
Yeah.
You could have done it.
And I keep meaning to start posting to TikTok. I've not done it yet, but at some point I will. So hopefully soon.
Become the meme you were meant to be, Mott's. And then you need to name everything Mott's Thoughts. I'm just telling you.
Love that.
That's your brand, okay? I've given you a brand.
Do you have a plug for the people?
A media of any sort.
I mean, how on brand do I really want to be? Do I want to be so on brand as to plug Hamilton? I mean, the thing is, I haven't really watched anything. I watched Hamilton a couple times this year, and it's yeah, sure, you can. I guess I'm plugging Hamilton. Other than that,
Sure.
I'm just plugging, generally making jokes and friendship and just trying to be a decent person.
We love that.
That's it.
Good.
As you should. I think I already said it. My plug, I guess, is the Buffy musical episode.
Yes.
I mean, it's not the greatest of standalones because there's definitely some threads and stuff going on. But if you watch the recap of shows, this is a call out.
Okay.
Watch recaps of shows, then you will understand the context of most things.
I mean, to be fair, I totally get watching recaps of shows. It's fun.
I mean, the recaps, okay, this is also my plugs. Just watch recaps of shows. Like, they're important, okay?
Yeah.
They tell you exactly what is
Okay.
gonna come back in this episode.
But half the time they spoil shit because they tell you exactly what's going to come back in this episode. I don't want to know. Also, so Charlie's calling me out because when we were watching the first 2 episodes together, we were timing it together, and I skipped the recap on episode 2. We literally had just watched episode 1. Okay? That is not my fault.
Oh, I also definitely skip recaps, just saying.
I mean, I was like, I don't want to, like, get anyone out of sync. I figured we just don't press it.
There's just a skip recap button. Also, Ted was there, and I think that they hit it.
We're blaming Ted. I'm
blaming Ted now, though. But I thought they were right. I just assumed we would start where the actual episode starts.
Fair. I mean, it's such a big button. It's so tempting to just press it.
I
like
never
a skip
skip
intro
intros.
button.
I always listen to them. I always skip recaps because I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, fair.
I don't skip either of these things unless I'm on a time crunch.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's the only time I will ever skip.
I usually skip intros, except like when I'm watching like Game of Thrones or some show that I genuinely love the intro sequence too.
No.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Make sure that I watch it at least a few times, and then if it's something that I'm not interested in, I'll start like skipping it to save time. But with most shows, I watch it every time because it's part of the vibe. The vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, I get it.
If you're binging, you have to watch the recap at least once in the watch session. So if I watch 4 episodes, maybe I'll only watch it the first time, you know? But you have to watch it at least once to get you in the mood. That's what the intro is for. Anyways.
You're a despicable human being.
I'm agreeing with you.
No, you're not, though. You're not. Do you have a plug?
Yes. God. Okay. Since we're talking about musicals, Star Kid on YouTube, you probably all know them as the people who made a Harry Potter musical. Very good shit. I actually want to plug The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, which is one of the best musicals ever. It's so good.
I've been meaning to watch that.
Yes. So I don't even like most of Star Kid's sense of humor. A lot of them don't work for me very well. I couldn't even get through Twisted, which is one of the most popular ones. Don't at me. I get it. I know that it's good. Sometimes parodies are hard for me. But The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals is fantastic. Legitimately.
Good to know.
Just
good to know.
Some of the best dark comedy, some of the most catchy songs. It's so great.
You know what Star Kid needs to do now? They've done Harry Potter, they've done Star Wars, they've done Aladdin for some reason. Where's my low budget Percy Jackson?
God.
Where is my fan made Percy Jackson making fun of it musical? Because I will take it. I want it.
You know you would get offended. You would. I would. We have such thin skin.
Okay, but if I can watch the Harry Potter musicals, before all of this bullshit since 2020, 2019, I think I can deal with it. You know?
I don't know. We'll have to see if they ever do it.
When I thought Harry Potter was gospel, and I watched those, and I was like, yeah, that's great. I love it. Amazing.
It is good. A Harry Potter musical just is very good. In general.
It's true. Okay, so that's what I need.
Release
I'm just
this
manifesting so many things. No, I'm manifesting.
Okay, well, take a break from that.
Get out of my fucking cabin, because actually it's the Lotus Casino. Guys, the solstice is over.
We have to get out of here.
We gotta get
out. I'm the prime target for the fucking Lotus Casino. I would get in there in a fucking heartbeat. I would never leave. You would have to drag my ass out.
If they tell me that everything is free and I can eat food and play video games forever, done.
It's dream come true.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Gone.
Maybe you would have pointlessness depression, but honestly, it's worth it. to have all your
No,
needs met.
I feel like they don't even give you. I think it cures your depression is the problem.
So, like, how am I supposed to get out of there? I'm trapped.
Exactly.
Sorry.
It's gonna cure your depression. Go to the Lotus Casino, my friends. Don't get a therapist.
Oh, right. Therapy. The actual plug.
The other plug. Get a therapist. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
Hello, listeners! Editing Charlie here with a patron shoutout. If y'all didn't know, our $10 and up patrons now get a shoutout on the pod. So now, I get to shout out our lovely God Complex level patron, Matt. Matt is so wonderful and has been a supporter since we started the OTAG Patreon. Thank you so much for all your support, bud.
You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr, and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send us an iris message through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about episodes and anything Percy Jackson related. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology. No promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can find me, Raye, at HeyHeyRaye, spelled R-A-Y-E, on Twitter. If you want to hear more from me, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
And you can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, but on Twitter I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm totally not salty about. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mac. That's M-A-C-K. Our music was written by Isabel Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian M. Riggs. You can find Izzy at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast. Of the Eldest Gods is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Burn Before Reading, a podcast about shiterature, where your hosts, Christina and Leela, cringe about writing.
I'm Christina Kahn.
And I'm Leela Hilton,
And this is Burn Before Reading,
the podcast about shiterature.
We're here to examine the terrible writing we did when we were younger.
Like that school project you were really proud of.
Or that poem you wrote when you got dumped.
Well, how about that apology letter you wrote to your mom when you got into that fight?
Or the song you recorded before you knew how to write music.
Okay, don't at me. And we're here to talk about other cringy literary topics along the way.
Like the Library of Alexandria.
And Dewey Decimal.
His name was Melville Dewey.
Oh, well, do we want to get the clips rolling?
I don't think I ever recovered from this in terms of being cool.
Why did I say any of this?
I do like the drama.
So there is actually quite a bit to unpack here.
Oh, all this drama was so addictive as a teenager.
There's no punctuation to it. I'll start with that.
I actually have no memory of this.
There were so many lies that I was telling it.
It's not terrible.
No one really taught me how to write a good short story.
That was a journey.
Listen to Burn Before Reading
Every Wednesday, wherever pods are cast.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
I wonder whose health check I just passed, because I have no idea. Like, I feel like I should not be passing any health checks right now.
You
Just,
passed
like,
the
in general.
Zencaster health check, not like the your body physically health check.
Oh,
Or the
thank
mental
God.
health check. Do you need a mental health check, Mugs?
Probably.
Don't we
Honestly,
all?
I probably should be seeing a therapist.
Oh, me too! Charlie's the only one who gets real therapy.
Hang on.
Yeah, but I feel like I could be doing better at therapy. I feel like I'm failing at therapy. I'm getting a bad grade in therapy.
Something that is normal to dread and possible to achieve.
Exactly. That should be my plug for the episode. Go get a therapist.
Honestly, yeah. Like, should be our collective plug is just get a therapist.
Yeah, well, I can tell other people to do it because I have one.
Yeah,
I've already
fair.
done the homework. You guys can't.
Like, yeah, no,
All
I've
right.
not been to therapy in like 18 months or something like that. It's long overdue.
I went to a school counselor once. I wasn't into it, so I left.
Oh no.
My dude?
Y'all think I could afford therapy?
Honestly, fair.
I mean, I know you can't afford shit, but I've told you can just marry me.
Oh yeah.
Juice has offered too. You have multiple offers for marriage.
I've got options. I see.
and therefore getting like money and healthcare. There's so much you could do.
You want to know something cringe?
Oh, no.
Mots, I live with my cousin Teddy. When we were in high school, we were like, if neither of us have significant others, we'll move to a state where cousins can get married.
Oh no!
For tax benefits.
I love that.
I mean,
I love that.
You know, I almost respect it.
No, they legitimately looked up which United States allow both gay marriage and first cousins to get married. We had a very short list. It was very sweet.
I mean that means you know where you could go. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Yeah. Exactly how many states?
I don't remember. This is
I don't know,
forever
but
ago.
like Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune gotta move there.
Holy shit. I know this is the outtakes, and now I'm regretting everything I've ever told you.
Dave X Media.